Ray Bradbury wrote famously a book called Fahrenheit 451 about books being burned. It seemed like science fiction at the time. Kurt Vonnegut, do you feel as though that reality is coming closer? Do you feel as free as a writer to express yourself in America as you did 20 or 30 years ago?
Yes, and I think that the bad guys, the neoconservatives, are able to say to me, hey, you've got freedom of speech, and I really do, because it doesn't make a damn bit of difference. They have so turned off every burglar alarm in our system of government, and so I can say whatever I damn please, and it makes no difference. So, yeah, their control is so perfect now.
Do you think that you can say what you want to say because you are who you are? Do you think I mean, for example...
Because it makes no difference. I'm not remotely threatening to them.
Well, for example, Michael Moore, not long after September 11th, published a book called Stupid White Men, which HarperCollins then refused to release. They warehoused X 100,000 copies of it, and librarians eventually fought and petitioned to get that book out. And that seemed like an unusual moment where maybe somebody wasn't as free to say.
Well, it turned out that Harper and Row had nothing to fear. Really, they could have published the book right then, and the neoconservatives wouldn't have given a damn.
What was that book?
So that's a threat that supposedly always exists to bring a government back under control, is that the people will get angry, you know, and that they will get mobilized. But I think it's very improbable that will happen now, except when we run out of food.
Colin, what was the title of that book?
The book was called Stupid White Men. It had some kind of also mocking subtitle. It was by the filmmaker Michael Moore, and it was a real critique of the Bush administration and a critique of some of the people that Kurt Vonnegut was just talking about. And it was thought at the time of September 11th that it was too hot a potato, and they warehoused it. And I think it was the librarians who actually got it out of the warehouse.
That's very interesting. Well, there are different kinds of censorship, and quite apart from what Kurt was talking about, there are school boards all scattered around the United States, and they're much more interested in censoring books like yours or Huckleberry Finn or J.D. Salinger, books that might have cuss words in them. That's a different kind of censorship completely from the political censorship. We've all run into that, and there have been novels of mine that have been banned in certain parts of the country, and that seems to be a matter of local school boards that differ radically from one another.
I wanted to